Demogorgons! Get your Demogorgons here, bargain prices. Hey guys, Crypto Game Snob here, and in today's video, well, it looks like to me that Demogorgon is actually at a pretty attractive price here with a bit of a dip to the Ethereum price, and also, yeah, I don't exactly know why, but Demogorgon climbed its way all the way up to $2,000. I didn't think we were going to come back down again. I really didn't, but we have had a bit of a dip here on the price of Demogorgons. Yeah, I don't think we'll see it much below this kind of $1,000 mark. I haven't seen it below $1,000 in quite some time. I remember eyeing it up at $1,000 a few months ago, kicking myself, wishing I had got some at $1,000, and then of course it was up more around the $2,000, $1,600, $1,800 range for quite a while. And yeah, I remember thinking, I wish it was back down at 1,000. Well, it's back down at 1,000. I myself have gone into two Shadow Demogorgons, and the reason for that is actually because the price of the Shadow Demos are actually really good right now as well. We've got the Shadow Demos, actually they're a little bit higher again. I was able to get a couple of Shadow Demos, actually that's probably me right there, 2,600. That is low. That is really low for a Demogorgon. It really is. And the reason for that is because this card has climbed its way all the way up to, like I say, $2,000 per card. I think we will get easily to that price again. I think we will get far beyond that price in the next year or so, right? I think 2,000 is low, honestly, when you consider just how powerful this card is, how kind of busted a lot of Genesis cards are, and the fact that they'll never be patched. They once they're minted, they're set in stone, and that's kind of how it works. So if you get a Genesis card or a trial card, those are what they are, and they can be busted, and if they're busted, they stay busted, and sometimes that can be to the great benefit of the owner of the card. So yeah, I picked up a couple of Shadow Demogorgons myself, just because, here's the thing, there are 5 Demogorgons in one Shadow card. Now, there was talk about the possible unfusing of cards at some point in the future, just to make more supply available. For example, there's 125 Demogorgons in one Diamond Demo. There's 25 Demos in one Meteorite Demos in one Golden Demogorgon, and there's 5 in one Shadow. And so when you look at the price of what this was, right, this was right around the $2,000 mark. I think right now we're at a bit of a bargain price with the whole dipping crypto space in general. And so let's imagine that was $2,000, right? And these Shadow Demos are selling for 26. 2,000 times 10 suddenly becomes worth like $20,000 worth of Demogorgons if you can ever unfuse these, which I have a feeling at some point we'll be able to. I've dug around the Discord, and there seems to be some comments from game director Chris Clay, who didn't specifically say that it would be possible to unfuse cards, but he did say something to the effect of it may be necessary to look into the unfusing of cards. And I think it's really kind of a supply and demand sort of issue. Like, you can get quite a few more Demogorgons. You can get 125 more Demogorgons per Diamond Demogorgon if you unfuse it, put that back into the pool, right? You can get 25 per 54 and 200 or 500 or 5. Well, basically, let's see what this would be, 5 times 200, right? So you got 1,000 more Demogorgons here. You have roughly 1,000 more Demogorgons here, give or take, and you have about 1,000 more Demogorgons here. So we have like 1, 2, 3 more thousand Demogorgons. We have basically twice the supply of Demogorgons at the moment if you were to unfuse all of the shiny cards. Now, if there was unfusing to cards, that would of course drive the price down, right? As you get more supply of a thing, the demand would drop as well. But you also have to expect that but basically the cost of cards will also increase as the player base expands, right? And we're going into 2022 with the launch of the mobile version of Gods Unchained, and we're getting more and more players every day. 3,000 active weekly games 2021, up to 75,000 weekly active games by the end of 2021. That's a huge growth, and we haven't even dropped mobile. This game hasn't even come out of alpha, for crying out loud, right? It's still in alpha technically. So with all the positivity around this game, you can probably pretty safely expect a big increase in player base, and that would increase the demand for these cards, right? And if you get that, even if we get a double the supply of these meteorite cards by unfusing these shiny cards, I think it's going to be a drop in the bucket compared to the number of players who are going to want these cards. Like I say, they're rare, they're powerful, they're technically kind of busted in a way, right? 7 mana, any god can use these. Epic card. Yeah, leech at the end of your turn, keep everything asleep, or rather deal damage, just puts everything to sleep. It's a very powerful card. And so yeah, I eyed up the Shadow Demogorgons myself, just did the math, right? 2,000 times a 5 is $10,000, right? So these are selling for $2,900, but they already have a all-time high of 2,000, and there are 5 of these, 5 meteorites in one shadow, right? So there's just simple math, right? So it take 2,000 bucks times 25, and now you have $50,000 worth of demos in one golden demo, basically, right? If you look at the all-time highs, or whatever the math is, like a $250,000 worth of Demogorgons in the one diamond demo. And that's why I think, and honestly, I think that's why we saw these diamond demos sell, right, for $35,000 and $37,000. Somebody's playing the speculation game that, hey, if you could unfuse these, if you could pick these up for $35,000, unfuse them, sell them off individually for 2,000 bucks a pop, even probably more by the time unfusing comes around, if it ever does. You might be looking at $250,000, $500,000 worth of Demogorgons in that $35,000 diamond demo purchase, right? Now this is all totally wild speculation, and like I say, this is not financial advice. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't listen to me, but these are possibilities, right? These are interesting possibilities. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Bargain sale on Demogorgons today, bargain sale on Jasons as well today. This card was up around 2,000. Also, was it even higher? Yeah, 2,600. 3,000, all the way up to 3,000. And Jason has since taken a bit of a plunge. Still a super powerful card, super important in board wipe death and some other meta decks. Yeah, 3/3 solid stats, still 3 legendary creatures. So you throw down your Jason, you don't need to put legendary creatures into your deck. You already have 3. You don't need to waste that space with 3 super powerful legendary creatures. You can just throw down your 3/3 solid stat Jason and get 3 legendary creatures. Worst case scenario, you play this as a 3/3, and if you do end up kind of thinning out your deck a little bit, but chances are this is going to work for you more than it's going to work against you, even in the very worst case scenario. So we got bargain on Jasons, same idea here, right? Like one Jason sold as high as $3,000, and here we have a Shadow Jason, which is 5 of these, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, I don't know exactly where the math is. 3 times 5, 1,800? No, yes, 1,500. There we go, $1,500 dollars worth of Jason and a Shadow, and yeah, a whole bunch more in a diamond. So yeah, like I say, totally wild speculation. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Not financial advice, but these are some crazy possibilities that are actually distinct possibilities. So yeah, all right. See you guys later.